what's it like to make the step that everyone sort of dared you to during the regular season, to be Sixth Man of the Year award winner, then to turn and have some struggles early in the playoffs, and then to sustain the groin injury that proved limiting later in the playoffs? Like, sort of what has that wild ride been like for you these last 6 weeks or so?
Well, I mean, first of all, the season was, good or great, as far as the experiences, the memories, everything that, happened. Obviously not the ending that we wanted, but, the playoffs for me were kind of a weird ride, ups and downs throughout the whole thing. But I think it was a learning curve for me. I think people forget I just turned 22, and it is still, my third playoffs. And, as I made a jump this year, I continue to get better. And, I think throughout my career there's going to be, well, especially early on throughout my career, there's going to be small, setbacks where I learn. It motivates me, it gets me better, and teaches me what I need to work on, to get better. And next time I'm in that situation, I'll be more prepared and better.
Have you already made your plans of what you want to work on in the off season, what you want to prioritize, how that's going to work for you?
No, I haven't. I haven't even thought about what I want to do this summer. I just know I need to get stronger. Stronger than I was, and I think that takes care of a lot of things.
Tyler, it might be hard to remember 2 years ago, but clearly defenses were more keyed in on you, and I'm curious as to, from your perspective, how did that defensive attention materialize through this postseason run? Throughout each series, I feel like I saw a different coverage each series. I feel like teams, they, prior to, how you say that word? There we go. Yeah, they did that a little bit more this playoffs. But I think throughout a season, I was the second leading scorer, and they made me a focus. And like I said, it was a learning point and learning curve for me to be able to go through different coverages, different defenders guarding me, how they're guarding me, and it's all a process.
Tyler, the groin injury, is that something that you had before, kind of tweaking it in Boston, or was it did that just come up in that game?
It was, lingering a little bit throughout the playoffs, but nothing crazy. It was just a sore groin at one point, and then Game 3 is when I tweaked it a little bit more, and that's when I really couldn't play through it.
Tyler, you're eligible for contract extension this summer. How important is it for you to get that done?
I'm not sure yet, honestly, what's going to happen. We'll see what happens this summer. My agent will talk to who he needs to talk to, and we'll see what happens.
Tyler, you accepted the bench role this year, and you made the best of it, obviously. You ended up winning Sixth Man of the Year. Is it a priority for you this offseason to become a full-time starter for this team next year?
Yeah, for sure. In some way, I would like to start. I think it's my 4th year, so I think I've earned it, and we'll see what happens.
Tyler, back to the groin injury and working your way back to that Game 7. Is it something that you thought if you guys would have advanced, you would have been able to get better? Like, what was the whole process like in just trying to get back on the court for that final game?
Yeah, going into Game 7, I was kind of on the fence whether I should play or not, and I felt like I was healthy enough to play, and me and Spo had a good conversation, and he just felt like it was all hands on deck, and whether I was going to play or not, it kind of just depended on how the game was going. But we liked the way that my groin was progressing, and we thought we would get Game 7, and I'd be close to 100% for Game 1 of the finals. So just unfortunate, the way the season ended, but I thought I'd be ready to go for Game 1.
Anything else?
Just one more thing. thing. You said that your goal was to get stronger. You did that last offseason, and I know you put a lot of work into your lower body and your legs. Is it the idea to kind of go more upper body this year, or do you want to continue along the line of what you did last offseason?
I would say a little bit of both. I think my biggest thing was, I was able to add strength, but then as the season went on, I was losing muscle, losing weight because of how much games we play and everything like that. So I think, my big thing this year is adding the strength and then figuring out a way during the season that I can keep that muscle and sustain it throughout a whole 82-game season.
All right, Tyler, thank you.
Appreciate it.